Is your partner truly in love with you, or are you just holding on? Love is a beautiful and powerful emotion, but it can also be confusing, especially when the person you love starts showing signs of emotional distance. Have you ever found yourself questioning whether your partner truly loves you, or are you just convincing yourself that they do? Do you feel like something is missing, but you can't quite put your finger on it? If so, you're not alone. Many people find themselves trapped in relationships where they are giving their all while receiving very little in return. The harsh truth is that love isn't just about words, it's about actions. Someone can say, "I love you," but if their behavior contradicts those words, then those words mean nothing. Real love is consistent, reassuring, and nurturing. It makes you feel valued, appreciated, and emotionally secure. But when a partner starts pulling away, when their affection feels forced, when their presence feels like an obligation rather than a choice, it may be time to question whether they truly care, or if you are simply holding on to a love that no longer exists. The worst kind of loneliness is the one you feel while being with someone. You sit next to them, you talk to them, you share your life with them, but deep inside, you feel alone. Their attention is elsewhere, their words lack depth, and their presence feels hollow. It's in these moments that doubt creeps in, whispering the painful question, are they still in love with me, or am I just someone they tolerate? In this article, we will uncover 10 clear signs that your partner may not truly love you, even if you think they do. These are not just minor flaws or bad habits. They are deep, emotional disconnects that can slowly erode your self-worth and leave you feeling lost in a relationship that no longer serves you. If you recognize several of these signs in your partner, it might be time to have a serious conversation with yourself about what you truly deserve. Love should never make you feel unseen, unheard, or unwanted. It should never leave you questioning your worth or begging for affection. If you've been feeling uncertain about your partner's feelings, keep reading. These signs may be the wake-up call you need to stop settling for less than you deserve. 1. They don't prioritize you in their life. When someone doesn't prioritize you in their life, it becomes evident in their actions, decisions, and overall attitude toward the relationship. You may find yourself constantly making an effort to be present, to communicate, and to spend time together, yet they always seem to have something more important to do. Their schedule is always packed, but somehow they never make time for you. Work, friends, hobbies, or even meaningless distractions always take precedence, leaving you feeling like an afterthought rather than a priority. Conversations become one-sided, where you are the one reaching out, initiating plans, and trying to maintain the connection. They respond when it is convenient for them, but there is no genuine effort from their side to create meaningful moments together. Even when they do spend time with you, they seem disengaged, distracted, or simply going through the motions. There is no excitement, no eagerness to be with you, and no sense of urgency to nurture the bond you share. When someone truly values you, they find ways to integrate you into their life despite their busy schedules. They remember important dates, check in on you, and make an effort to be emotionally available. But when you are not a priority, your needs and emotions become secondary. They may not outright dismiss you, but their actions subtly communicate that you are not essential to their happiness. You often feel like you have to fight for their attention, and even when you express your concerns, they brush them off or make excuses. Over time, this behavior creates a painful imbalance in the relationship. It fosters insecurity, self-doubt, and emotional exhaustion. You begin to wonder if you are asking for too much, when in reality, all you seek is the kind of love and effort that you are already giving. A relationship should never feel like a battle for relevance. If someone truly cares, they will show it not just in words, but through consistent effort, time, and attention. 2. They rarely initiate conversations or plans. When someone rarely initiates conversations or plans, it's a clear sign that they may not be as invested in the relationship as you are. Communication is the foundation of any strong connection, and when only one person is making the effort to talk, it creates an imbalance that can feel exhausting and one-sided. If you always have to be the one to text first, call, or start a conversation, it may indicate that they are not as eager to engage with you as you are with them. In a healthy relationship, both partners naturally want to talk to each other, share their thoughts, and spend time together. When this dynamic is missing, it often leads to feelings of doubt and insecurity. You may start questioning whether they actually care, or if they would even notice your absence if you stopped reaching out. It becomes frustrating when you have to plan every date, suggest every activity, or make all the arrangements while they simply go along with it without showing any enthusiasm. This lack of initiation is not always about being busy. People make time for the things and people that truly matter to them. If someone consistently avoids taking the first step in communication or planning, it may be because they don't see the relationship as a priority. It could also indicate emotional distance, lack of interest, or even the fact that they are comfortable knowing that you will always be the one to reach out. Over time, this pattern can take a toll on your emotional well-being. It can make you feel unimportant, unwanted, and undervalued. A strong relationship requires effort from both sides, and if one person is doing all the work, it becomes unsustainable. True love and connection should never feel like a one-person effort. If someone truly cares, they will find reasons to talk to you, make plans with you, and show that they want to be part of your life without needing to be prompted. 3. They show little to no interest in your feelings. When someone shows little to no interest in your feelings, it can be deeply painful and frustrating. A healthy relationship thrives on emotional connection, mutual understanding, and the ability to support each other through both good and bad times. However, when one person consistently ignores or dismisses the emotions of their partner, it creates an unbalanced and unfulfilling dynamic. You may notice that when you express your happiness, sadness, frustrations, or concerns, they respond with indifference or minimal engagement. Instead of listening attentively, offering comfort, or showing empathy, they might change the subject, give a generic response, or act as if your emotions are an inconvenience. When you are struggling, they might fail to acknowledge your pain or downplay your experiences, making you feel as if your emotions are not valid or important. Over time, this lack of emotional support can make you feel isolated within the relationship. You may hesitate to open up because you fear being ignored or misunderstood. The emotional disconnect can lead to feelings of loneliness, even when you are physically together. When someone truly cares, they take the time to listen, understand, and respond with genuine concern. They ask about your day, notice when something is wrong, and make an effort to provide reassurance and comfort. Ignoring or dismissing a partner's feelings can be a sign of emotional detachment, lack of investment in the relationship, or even selfishness. It creates a space where one person feels unseen and unheard, leading to resentment and dissatisfaction. A strong relationship requires both partners to be emotionally present, to acknowledge each other's struggles, and to offer the love and support needed to build a deep and meaningful bond. When someone consistently fails to do this, it is often a sign that their heart is not fully in the relationship. 4. They don't include you in their future plans. When someone doesn't include you in their future plans, it's a strong indication that they may not see the relationship as long-term or serious. In a committed relationship, both partners naturally start envisioning a future together, whether it's making small plans for the next few months or discussing bigger life goals. However, if your partner consistently avoids conversations about the future or excludes you from their plans, it can signal emotional detachment or uncertainty about the relationship. You may notice that when they talk about their goals, career moves, travel plans, or major life decisions, they only speak in terms of I instead of we. They might discuss moving to a new city, pursuing a dream job, or making important lifestyle changes without considering how it will affect the relationship. When you bring up future plans, whether it's something as simple as attending an event together or something significant like marriage or settling down, they may dismiss the conversation, change the subject, or give vague, non-committal answers. This behavior can leave you feeling unimportant, as if you are just a temporary part of their life, rather than someone they genuinely see as a long-term partner. A person who truly values the relationship will make an effort to include you in their plans, consider your feelings when making decisions, and openly discuss the future with you. Even if they are unsure about certain aspects of life, they will still make it clear that they want you to be a part of whatever lies ahead. When someone actively avoids future-related discussions or consistently makes plans without considering you, it may mean they are not as invested in the relationship as you are. A strong and healthy relationship involves mutual vision and shared goals. If one person is always left guessing about where they stand in the other's future, it can lead to uncertainty, frustration, and emotional distance. Recognizing this early can help you determine whether you are in a relationship that is truly meant to grow, or if you are holding on to someone who isn't fully committed. 5. They avoid deep or meaningful conversations. When someone avoids deep or meaningful conversations, it can be a sign that they are emotionally distant or not fully invested in the relationship. Meaningful conversations help build emotional intimacy, strengthen connections, and create a sense of trust between partners. If your partner consistently keeps discussions surface level, avoids serious topics, or seems uninterested in talking about feelings, goals, or concerns, it may indicate a lack of emotional engagement. You may notice that whenever you try to bring up important subjects, such as your future together, emotional needs, or personal struggles, they quickly change the topic, give short or vague answers, or act as if the conversation is unnecessary. They might dismiss your concerns by saying things like, "Let's not talk about this now," or "You're overthinking." Instead of engaging in heartfelt discussions, they may prefer to keep conversations light, focusing only on daily activities, jokes, or general topics that don't require emotional depth. This reluctance to engage in meaningful conversations can make you feel unheard and disconnected. Over time, it creates a gap between you and your partner, making it difficult to truly understand each other's thoughts, dreams, and concerns. A strong relationship requires both partners to be open and vulnerable, to discuss feelings without fear of judgment, and to communicate about things that truly matter. Avoiding deep conversations may stem from fear of emotional intimacy, a desire to keep distance, or even an unwillingness to fully commit to the relationship. While some people naturally struggle with expressing emotions, a partner who truly cares will still make an effort to connect and communicate on a deeper level. If someone consistently shuts down meaningful discussions, it may be a sign that they are not emotionally invested or are avoiding the responsibility that comes with a serious relationship. 6. They don't make an effort to resolve conflicts. When someone doesn't make an effort to resolve conflicts, it can be a major red flag in a relationship. Every relationship experiences disagreements, but what truly matters is how both partners handle them. A healthy and committed partner will try to work through problems, listen to your concerns, and find a resolution that strengthens the relationship. However, when someone avoids conflict resolution, it often signals emotional detachment, lack of investment, or an unwillingness to put in the effort needed to maintain a strong bond. You may notice that when an issue arises, they either ignore it, refuse to discuss it, or dismiss your feelings as unimportant. Instead of engaging in a constructive conversation, they may withdraw, become defensive, or act as if the problem doesn't exist. They might use tactics like silent treatment, walking away, or brushing things off with statements like, "It's not a big deal," or "You're overreacting." Rather than working towards a solution, they avoid the discomfort of difficult conversations, leaving you feeling unheard and frustrated. Over time, this pattern can cause resentment to build up. When conflicts remain unresolved, they don't just disappear, they linger in the background, creating emotional distance and weakening the foundation of the relationship. You may start feeling like your concerns don't matter, or that you are the only one fighting for the relationship to work. A strong partnership requires both individuals to take responsibility, communicate openly, and make compromises when needed. A partner who refuses to resolve conflicts may lack emotional maturity, fear confrontation, or simply not care enough to put in the effort. In a healthy relationship, both people should feel safe discussing problems and confident that their concerns will be acknowledged and addressed. If someone repeatedly avoids conflict resolution, it may be a sign that they are not willing to invest in the relationship's growth, or that they don't see it as something worth fighting for. 7. Their affection feels forced or inconsistent. When someone's affection feels forced or inconsistent, it can be a strong sign that their emotions are not fully aligned with yours. True affection is natural, warm, and comes effortlessly when there is genuine love and connection. However, when a partner's displays of love feel unnatural, robotic, or unpredictable, it may indicate that they are not emotionally invested in the relationship. You may notice that sometimes they are overly affectionate, while at other times they seem distant or uninterested. Their behavior might shift based on circumstances, such as when they need something from you, when others are watching, or after a disagreement to smooth things over. Instead of expressing love consistently, they might only do it when it's convenient or when they feel obligated. Their hugs, kisses, compliments, or kind gestures might seem mechanical rather than heartfelt, leaving you questioning whether they truly mean what they say and do. Inconsistency in affection can also create confusion and emotional insecurity. You may find yourself wondering why they are affectionate one moment but cold and distant the next. This unpredictability can make you feel like you are constantly seeking validation or trying to earn their love. In a healthy relationship, affection should not feel like a performance or a reward. It should be a natural and ongoing expression of care and connection. A partner who truly loves and values you will show their affection in a steady and meaningful way, without making it feel forced or dependent on external factors. If their love and warmth feel inconsistent, it may be a sign that their heart is not fully in the relationship or that they are struggling with their own feelings. Recognizing this pattern early can help you understand whether you are with someone who genuinely cherishes you or if they are only going through the motions without real emotional depth. 8. They seem distracted or uninterested when with you. When someone seems distracted or uninterested when they are with you, it can be a clear indication that their heart and mind are elsewhere. A partner who genuinely cares about you will be present in the moment, actively listening and engaging in meaningful conversations. However, when someone consistently appears disengaged, it can make you feel unimportant and disconnected. You may notice that when you talk, they barely respond, give short or vague answers, or seem lost in their own thoughts. Their attention might frequently shift to their phone, social media, or other distractions instead of focusing on the time spent with you. Even during dates or intimate moments, they may seem emotionally absent, as if they are physically present, but mentally somewhere else. When you ask for their opinion or share something important, they may nod along without truly absorbing what you are saying. This behavior can make you feel like you are talking to a wall, or that your presence does not matter to them. Over time, it can lead to feelings of loneliness and frustration, as relationships thrive on engagement, connection, and shared experiences. If a partner consistently acts uninterested, it may mean they are emotionally detaching, preoccupied with something else, or simply not as invested in the relationship as you are. A loving and committed partner will make an effort to be present, listen attentively, and show enthusiasm when spending time with you. If they are consistently distracted or emotionally checked out, it could be a sign that they are losing interest or no longer value the relationship in the same way. Being with someone who truly cares should never make you feel invisible. 9. They don't celebrate your achievements or support you. When someone doesn't celebrate your achievements or support you, it can be a sign that they are not truly invested in your happiness and success. A loving partner takes pride in your accomplishments, encourages your growth, and stands by your side through both victories and challenges. However, when a partner shows little to no enthusiasm for your progress, it can leave you feeling unappreciated and emotionally distant. You may notice that when you share good news, whether it's a promotion, a personal milestone, or even a small victory, they respond with indifference or a lackluster reaction. Instead of congratulating you, they may downplay your achievement, change the subject, or seem uninterested. In some cases, they might even act jealous or resentful, as if your success threatens them in some way. A supportive partner should uplift you, but if they rarely acknowledge your hard work or make you feel guilty for your accomplishments, it can be emotionally draining. Beyond celebrating wins, support in a relationship also means being there during tough times, offering encouragement, believing in your potential, and motivating you to keep going. If your partner doesn't show interest in your goals, discourages your ambitions, or fails to be a source of emotional support, it can create a sense of isolation. You may start feeling as if you are navigating life alone rather than being part of a team. A strong and healthy relationship is built on mutual encouragement and shared joy. If your partner doesn't take the time to celebrate your growth or stand by you in moments that matter, it may indicate a lack of emotional investment. True love means wanting to see your partner succeed and being their biggest cheerleader, not someone who overlooks or minimizes their achievements. 10. You feel alone even when you're with them. Feeling alone even when you're with someone is one of the most painful signs of emotional disconnection in a relationship. A healthy relationship should bring comfort, support, and a sense of belonging. But when your partner is emotionally distant, it can leave you feeling isolated, even in their presence. You may notice that conversations feel empty, forced, or one-sided. When you talk, they might not engage meaningfully, respond with indifference, or seem preoccupied with something else. The emotional warmth that once made you feel safe and valued may have faded, replaced by a cold and distant energy. Even when you're sitting next to them, holding hands, or spending time together, there's a noticeable gap between you, like you're sharing the same space, but not truly connecting. This emotional distance can manifest in various ways. They may no longer ask about your thoughts, feelings, or daily experiences. They might stop making an effort to bond with you, whether through deep conversations, shared activities, or simple gestures of love. When you're upset or struggling, they don't offer comfort or reassurance, making you feel like your emotions don't matter to them. Over time, you start questioning whether they even notice your presence, or if they would care if you weren't there at all. Feeling lonely in a relationship is often more painful than being alone because it highlights the absence of emotional intimacy. Love isn't just about being physically together. It's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. If you constantly feel emotionally disconnected from your partner, it may be a sign that the relationship is no longer fulfilling or that they are not as invested as you are. In a truly loving partnership, you should feel a sense of companionship, not the ache of loneliness.